Going in Style is pretty much a George Burns movie, but it stars three great actors: George Burns, Art Carney, and Lee Strasberg. Going in Style, directed by Martin Brest, it stars George Burns, Art Carney, and Lee Strasberg. The fact that this film does not rely on cheap thrills, gimmicks, or other ridiculous plot tricks to hold viewers' interest is what makes it so fantastic. In essence, you have three seniors who live together in New York, very poor. They live on their Social Security, and they hang out at the park. They feed pigeons, they watch the kids playing in the playground, and pretty much that's their life. Pretty predictable and pretty boring. And then one day, George Burns is fed up with his life, so he hatches up a plan. What if, to spice things up in their lives, what if they decided to rob a bank? And his reasoning is, if they rob a bank and they get caught, well, then guess what? Then they'll have free room, free food, free medical, and it's different than their lives now. There are no shock jokes or explosions, nor is there any nudity. The entire success of this film rests on the exceptional performances and plot, particularly that of George Burns, Art Carney, and Lee Strasberg. And that's pretty much the plot. How they plot to steal from a bank. If they get caught, it's a win-win. So if they don't get caught, it's a win-win. And throughout the movie, you got some serious parts in it, some sad parts in it. It's not so much a comedy, slap in the knee type of movie. There are some comedic stuff, but Art Carney, brilliantly known for The Honeymooners, George Burns and Gracie and Allen, and Lee Strasberg, a phenomenal actor. They all have remarkable roles in this film, memorable roles in this film. You have some very touching scenes between each other. The chemistry of all three is really, really good. There's a lot of long pauses, but you'll understand when you watch the film why there are pauses when they're talking with each other, whether it's about personal family matters, past relationships, life challenges and changes that they all went through. Each one has a story, but together they mesh really, really well. The three main protagonists' actions are consistent with those of elderly men, which gives the drama its foundation. Even the sporadic swear word has its proper place. Despite being nearly 40 plus years old, the film is still in excellent condition. Despite its humorous parts, this film is not truly a comedy. Instead, it is a mixture of all of them. The most poignant scene is perhaps when George Burns is going through old pictures of his late wife. The images were of his real-life wife, Gracie Allen, who passed away. For a brief while, Burns reveals the audience his very real sorrow, breaking the fourth wall. This movie is entertaining. I think it's a very, very good movie. Is it Oscar worthy? If you want to delve into performances, George Burns gives a very riveting scene where at one point he's reminiscing on his past life, and he opens up an old photo album. And there you can see, the audience can see pictures of his wife, which happens to be Gracie, his real wife. So you see young pictures of George Burns as a kid, teenager, adult with his wife. And he's tearing up. And when you just see his emotions, his real emotions, looking at his life in a photo album, that was very touching. Art Carney gives wonderful performances in the park where he dances around with some band, and he does his old moves and little shtick that he used to do with the Honeymooners. And then Lee Strasberg has memorable moments with Art Carney and so forth. This movie is fun. It's going in style. Is it believable? No. But when you look at how seniors live in 1979, in a way, it's also sad. The plot revolves around three old men named Joe, played by George Burns, Al, played by Art Carney, and Willie, played by Lee Strasberg, who share a home in Astoria, Queens, a part of New York City. They live together since Social Security pays little and they don't have much money. They feed pigeons, watch kids play, and spend most of their days in the park next to their apartment. Going in Style is a fun movie if you into comedy dramas. This movie is pretty good. I enjoy it. Is it for everybody? Maybe not if you're a little kid, but I would say if you're 14 and older, it's great to see these wonderful legends on screen, and they just come to life. And again, each character that they portray is memorable and enjoyable. And the supporting actors in the film are also very entertaining as well. Going in Style's most amazing feature is how co-writer Edward Cannon and director Martin Brest were able to create a movie with aspects of both intensely poignant realism, drama, and nearly absurdist humor coexisting at the same time. Going in Style is a moving portrayal of old age that is at times incredibly melancholic and even gloomy, yet it's also incredibly hilarious, and its three main characters have a contentment, calmness, and knowledge that are almost zen-like. So Going in Style is a very good movie, and out of 5 stars, I would definitely give it 4.5 stars out of 5. It's a very good movie. There's some dull, slow parts in the movie, but it doesn't affect the overall ending or the plot. So all the performances are superb. Burns is particularly noteworthy. Joe is a very different person to him. He's rougher, more serious, and bordering on being a heavy. Going in Style demonstrates that Burns might have easily had a Quentin Tarantino-led career makeover or turnaround, a la John Travolta, had he been a little younger. Complex roles are also easily portrayed by Carney and Strasberg, and the chemistry between two or more of them is really beautiful. Because they believe that every day could be their last, Joe, Al, and Willie live day by day. They have no urgency to take action. They would rather savor every moment to the fullest. They have accepted their mortal fates and are generally happy with their existence. Going in Style is a beautiful film, a nice comedy film, a serious film. I think you will be delighted with Going in Style. So, I highly recommend Going in Style. I'm Tony. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.